How about UCLA acting fast? Chip Kelly informs the team on Friday, hey, listen, I'm leaving for another job. In a matter of like minutes later, he takes the offensive coordinator job at Ohio State. We'll talk about Ohio State, Michigan here in a second. First, though, I want to address the UCLA side of things. Because UCLA, I appreciated the fact that they went and found somebody who went to UCLA, who gets UCLA, and DeShaun Foster. For those of y'all that don't know, DeShaun Foster was an assistant at UCLA since, I believe, 2017. He took the running back job with the Las Vegas Raiders for like less than 2 weeks, gets offered the job to come back home, comes home, he's the man. And I'll say this too, the way that the team received him when he walked in that team room, they announced their new head coach and the team just mobs him. Like, again, I tweeted this out. I'm not predicting if it's going to work or not, but buy-in is a very difficult thing to accumulate. DeShaun Foster very clearly has the buy-in of this team. And I think that's massive. Also, sounds like DeShaun Foster is embracing the NIL perspective and the NIL landscape of college football. I love that. I think that's tremendous news for UCLA. I love the fact they went and got DeShaun Foster because DeShaun Foster isn't taking the UCLA job as a stepping stone to some other job. Like DeShaun Foster is taking the UCLA job because I have to believe that was a dream job for him. You go and play in the Rose Bowl as a guy and be one of the best players to come through UCLA, and you end up getting the keys to the whole program, that's massive. So the investment for DeShaun Foster is real. It's authentic. That's something that's hard to account for in college football. And I want to make sure that we get this out there too. You can win at UCLA. And I know that sounds crazy based on, the last couple of seasons for them, but let me just be very, very clear. There is talent in California and there is money in LA. And if you win, if you give them a reason to give you money to help you land top talent, and you put a rope around the state, or at least Southern California, you can get the guys to win. Okay, the problem isn't that you don't have access to talent. The problem is you haven't really attacked the recruiting side of things probably as heavily as you need to. The other problem is you haven't won the recruiting battles you need to get those guys to stay home. The top guys typically will go to places out of state. Brandon Baker, great example. Goes to Monterey High School, takes his talents to Texas. There is no way in the world that a team in Southern California in the Big Ten should let someone like that get out of the state. C.J. Stroud, Southern California kid, goes to Ohio State. We can keep going on the list here. Amon-Ra St. Brown, another modern-day kid. He goes to USC. Not really a leaving the state kind of thing, but UCLA lost that battle, wasn't able to land him. So what I'm trying to say here is tons and tons of talent. If you can keep it in state, you can win. All right, now it may not be the same as a state like Texas or Georgia or Florida. That's a whole other debate for another time. But I want us to be on the same page here. If you recruit California well, if you recruit the top percentile of that state, you can compete on a national level. That's going to be a major task for DeShaun Foster his first season in Westwood. But overall, I was a fan of the hire. I was encouraged to see that if I'm a Bruins fan. Landing one of your own to be the head coach there. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.